Well, we talk about it all the time. But one of the things that we are in constant need of, other than financial support, which, again, a nonprofit organization, we talk about that too, are people.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we really need volunteers.
How many times do we sit and we pray and we plan ideas and we're like, but we don't know if we can do this because we don't have the people
all the time.
To implement
I don't even know
this.
how many times.
I know. It really is in every conversation that we have when it comes to ministry. There's so many things that we know would make a deeper and greater impact on teenagers if we had more people. And, you know, and you guys are used to hearing it from us and from other nonprofit organizations. But we really wanted to just take some time today to say thank you to the volunteers that we have. Because if it were not for them, we couldn't be doing what we're doing. Yeah. This ministry is much larger than the staff that we have. We are grateful. We have a great team of staff. But there's no way in the world that we could pull off what we're doing right now with just the staff that we have. Yeah. I mean, you've seen that. You've been with us, I guess you're the newest staff member, but you've seen that.
Oh, yeah. And I've seen when I got here to where we are now, we have gained quite a few volunteers, mm-hmm. and it's made such a difference in even some of the minor things you wouldn't think of that you're like, oh my gosh, we have this person now who can take over this role, which frees other people up to do other things. And it is such a big help. Yeah. We feed you when you volunteer. That food is my love language. So you tell me free food, I'm there. But it's usually pretty good food, and you get to make a greater impact than just your inner circle, which I think is always really important.
Yeah. You know, and I think it's the fact that the volunteers kind of come together too. So when you talk about eating, we eat together and mm-hmm. we have some time together before doors open at any event, but especially every Wednesday night at GZI. And so it is just a time for our volunteers to kind of grow and get to know each other a little bit more. We do trainings for our volunteers. So if you sign up, we've got some things that we're going to be doing and some gatherings that we'll be planning, you know, throughout the course of the year, whether it's a training or to help equip us, or whether it's just something fun like Top Golf that we get to go do. So don't feel like you're just going to come in and just be thrown over here and you're like, I don't know what to do. We're going to do our best. We'll start with an application mm-hmm. that you fill out online. You can text IMPACT to 34444. So 3 and 4 4s, IMPACT. Text that. You'll get a link. You can click on that link, and that link will take you to a page in our website where you can look for adult volunteer. And if you're a student, middle school or high school student, you can click on student leader. There are a lot of ways you can get engaged on that page, but then you click, fill out an application. We'll follow up with you. Once we've got your background check and all that stuff, we do an orientation with you here. And then from there, you get to decide where you want to serve. And there are a lot of areas to serve, everybody serves on a particular team. Yep. If you were a volunteer coming in, what area would you serve in?
Coffee shop.
Coffee shop? Because you've got a coffee shop background.
Yeah. I love making coffee for people.
Okay. So I'm going to ask, because this is a good thing. What's the one you wouldn't serve in?
Wouldn't serve. Stage left.
Okay.
Probably, because I want to be out. Yeah, I want to be out in the midst of all the people. Or so I would love to serve in security too. Just stand out there.
Oh, okay. We do not give our security team guns, no. So Carly would not have a gun.
They just walk around in red shirts, looking all intimidating.
That's right. Carly's taller than most of them. So, but I mean, that's kind of an honest question, because there are going to be areas that some of you guys aren't going to want to serve in, and that's okay. Even we have our areas that we'd love to do this. We definitely don't want to do that. And some of you guys might be like, man, I would love to impact teenagers, but in a way that I don't have to hang out with them. We have those areas too. So we have 13, 14 different teams you can serve on. If you can't do every week, we can do another rotation with you. Maybe it's just for the bigger events that we have. We've got Jordan Felice coming up, the concert coming up. Maybe it's just concert stuff. So today we just wanted to really get you to think about considering being a volunteer. We need volunteers. The things that we want to do and the things we want to grow into require not only financial support, but people giving of their time. There's a lot of these students right now, particularly on Wednesday nights, where after our devotional, we sit at tables. That's how they spend that time. And after the devotional, we have a 15-minute countdown come up. And during that time, every table has what we call a facilitator. And that facilitator has about 5 to 6 questions, and they just kind of walk through those questions based on the devotional that we just watched, just to get those students to open up. We need more tables, but we don't have more facilitators. And that's really the meat of Wednesday nights.
Yeah.
So even in the things that we're doing right now, we really need more people. So if you really want to make an impact with teenagers but don't want to hang out with them, we've got a spot for you. If you want to interact with teenagers but not be in charge of them, but maybe do coffee shop, production, any of these other teams that we have, we've got a place for you. Maybe you're one of those folks that says, I just kind of want to journey with these teenagers. I want to do life with these teenagers. We have students that desperately need that because they have nobody else in their life to do that with them. The students that we're reaching on Wednesday nights are not the typical youth group students. These are students that do not go to church. Most of them. We have some students that are involved in churches, but a lot of these downtown students are not involved in church, and they don't have those positive role models in their life. And so some of you guys might be hearing this and thinking, oh my gosh, I didn't have that. I wish I would have had that. Or maybe God's been speaking to you already. We just wanted you guys to know there's an array of things that you guys can do. And if you want to do that, just text IMPACT to 34444, click the link, and it'll take you right to the place that you need to be to go ahead and get started on that. No commitment if you fill out the application. Mm-hmm. You can get started, come to the orientation, and then just decide, I just don't want to do it. There's no cost to you to fill out the application. So no reason at all for you guys not to do it. So thank you for listening. Thank you to all of our volunteers. And we are so happy that we get to work along with so many great people to do ministry to a lot of teenagers who desperately need to hear about Jesus.